January 9th, and I'm starting again back down to the basement. After working on Sarah's house, I came home and I found just a puddle of water right here, like filled this entire area underneath the shelving and everything, of just a big puddle. And it's all because of this guy. Got this humidifier, a whole house humidifier, but for whatever reason, when it turns on, water just basically pours out that little spout there. So, replacement was definitely needed. So I got this one. Hopefully this Honeywell will be big enough for the whole house. So I'll start by getting this guy out of here. Should be pretty straightforward. I mean, it's got a little electrical connection here. Or is it there? This will be fun. And then the water right there just comes in. So that should be pretty straightforward to pull him out. And I guess the control's just hanging right there. I mean, the worst case I have to do, or worst thing I'd probably have to do, is actually cut the ducting if it's not big enough on the inside for this guy, or not the right size. I might have to patch it up. I don't know. We'll see as we go. So I got the cover off and the main filter portion torn off, and then I'm looking at this wiring and I'm confused. Why is this here? It seems to be intact for one line or one leg, but then there's not. It's almost like they cut the wrong wire and then they're like, oops. So not really certain what happened there. So I'm going to cut that and just put a wire nut on it for safety. You know, so now we gotta open holes, right? And I was looking at this, and right there, well, you can see it here. Let's see if I can get some good light. Is the humidity sensor, and it was just covered in cobwebs. Like this whole back area, and that hole and this hole just covered in cobwebs, and that can't be good for trying to read humidity. Alright, now I got the old one out. Let's open the new one up, find out what we have in here. I mean, it says it has all the things I need to do this, so here's hoping. Alright. Okay. Well, get some instructions, that's good. Some more instructions, always good. Template. Cool. Cool. Alright, looks like we've got possibly a drain hose. That's nice. Some different feed hoses, I think, for it. That's cool. Some wiring, I'm sure, to wire up all the controls. And a bag of like hose clamps and stuff to hold it in position. Whole house humidifier installation video. That's cool. Let's take this stuff over here. What do we got hiding here? Ah, there's my new controller. And looks like, okay, there's my, I think this is my valve for control, maybe. And then some accessories for that, for water. So that's cool. Put that right there for right now. Thing here. And a metal clip, just kind of in there. I don't know. Alright. Whoa, look at that guy. That looks like a thing. That looks like a pretty darn big thing. Like, I'm looking at that one over here. This is about the size of that one. They're pretty close in size. I mean, yeah, pretty close. Okay, so maybe I got the right size. I kind of guessed when I picked it up, because I was like, alright, well, it says a lot of room think it says like this one's good for houses that are 4,000 square foot if they're new, or 2,500 if they're old. I'm assuming if that's old houses need more humidity. I don't know. Or they're less efficient, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna test fit stuff and see if it can just pop in, or do I need to modify the ducting at all. So as I get ready to install this humidifier, I was reading through the instructions and I saw this graphic. I can't see very well. So I saw this graphic, and right here where the other humidifier was, this is the return. This is where the cold air is coming in. This tells me to select a location for the humidifier on the supply warm air stream. So, and then it shows in these graphics, here's the returns and here's it going out to the house. So this one can't go there. It needs to go on the outside, or the return to the house, and that is a mess because it first comes into, the hot air comes into this stage, then it goes this way for the kitchen and area, and then it goes this way for Shannon's office, and then it goes this way here on this one towards the upstairs and bedrooms. So that doesn't make sense to me. I think I have to do a little more research. Well, after watching the video and confirming it, yeah, I bought the wrong one. I bought one that's supposed to go on the warm air return, not the cold air return. So I'm gonna have to pack it up and go get a different one. Well, it's the next day, and boom, new humidifier. So this one is smaller, and it has the side port on it, so I should be good. But the only thing I gotta worry about or be concerned about is this hole size and the hole size for the controller. So I gotta work that out. I also have to turn the furnace off. So I opened it up and I found inside this template. So this is the template for the humidifier, and the dotted line there is the edge, one edge, and then it comes across the top there too. So it looks like the hole is just wide enough for it, but it's too tall in kind of both, so what I think I'm going to do is pull the humidifier out of the box, kind of try and hold it up here along with this connection, and see, do I need to just cover the top, or do I need to put a strip there and a strip there, and to kind of close that up properly. So I held up the humidifier here and made some marks, and so basically I've decided I'm going to put a 4-inch strip right here across, and then a 4-inch that matches up with that mark right there, and then that 4-inch will go down to there, and then another 4-inch across the bottom to fill in, and then I'll cut out this notch here so that it has the meat matches the template, and then I should have some material to mount to, and I got it laid out on my piece of sheet metal here, a couple, 3 lines of 4-inch material that I can then cut to length and then hopefully secure in place and mount the actual humidifier. And there it is, duct taped up to kind of seal up those edges, I guess. So that's done. Now I've got the controller unit right here that I think is too small for that hole. Then again, helps if I point the camera at what I'm talking about. Yep, so I'll have to look at that. It's got a template inside it, I can see. So I'll see what that template looks like. Alright, so I got the sheet mounted up to the furnace now, and then I just disassembled this controller and kind of did one of those. So that'll lay out that, and then of course there's 4 holes for mounting, but I think I should be able to fudge those in. So now what I gotta do is cut out my little outline here, and I got a hole saw for the corners, so I should be able to drill those corners out, and then I'll break out my jigsaw, and then I'll just work the lines between there and there, so I get a nice kind of thing going on there. Well, there's my hole. So now this guy fits in there pretty good, pretty decently. So I'll mount him, and then I can switch over to mounting the actual big guy, and then start working on wiring up this guy and that guy and the water and the power and all the things. All right, now not only do I have the control box mounted, but now I have the main humidifier box mounted and kind of roughed in over here. Now I need to hook up this pressure feed right here to somewhere over here. I'm thinking actually maybe I could snake it up this side, put it right there. So to do that, I went out and got this guy, a little step drill, because I got to put a 3/4 inch hole in that ducting, and I don't have a 3/4 inch drill, and I don't think that'll work anyway. So I'll use that step drill, drill a little bit of a hole, and then run my little hose right up to there, and I think life will be good on that front. Alright, now I've got my new shiny hose connected from one side of the pressure manifold up, and then it's secured with a zip tie here, and then boom, right into my hot air return. So that's done. So now the next part is actually hooking up the wiring. Right here's my 24 volts over from the furnace itself. That hooks in here, and then I got to go from here up to here. So I can give you a wonderful little diagram here of how to wire it up, and I believe we're this one. So yep. So now I wire it up and we see if it works. Well, that's it. The humidifier is in, and I'm kind of happy with the installation of it so far. I even redid the drainage hose here so that it has a better draining, and it kind of comes in around down the back side of the furnace, and then comes out down here, and then goes into this little furnace sump, and then out to the world here. So that's all good. The only bad thing here is that once the furnace turns on and the controller, and it does that, and the controller realizes that the humidity isn't high enough, it continuously runs water through and into this filter area. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but it does. And after maybe about a minute, there'll be a continuous stream of water going out here and over to the sump. I don't know if that's right. I can't believe that would be right, but you know, that's the way it works. So either I need to reevaluate this guy, or I need to somehow choke down where are we? This water feed here, so that it's not so much, because you can see, maybe you can see it in here. You see that little stream of water in there? You know, that's constantly going whenever the furnace is on. So maybe something else is wrong, and I just don't know. Right now, it just seems not right.